So one thing I don't think of is that the Apple Vision Pro is going to be more like a product that will be getting an update every single year. I don't think it's going to be a product like that actually, because it's not going to be. It's not like an iPhone that is probably going to be getting a yearly update. What they'll do is okay, start a little bit of upgrades. So when they release it, it will be more like the next big thing, and then they'll push it on out with it. It's a very good product. It has been taken the world by storm. It's a very powerful product, but based on testing, based on reviews that I've seen, there are some things I found that YouTubers are not talking about, and based on testing, some things I've also found that are actually going to be needed to be talked about because they are actually lacking in the Vision Pro. And if they can be added to the Vision Pro, it will actually also be helpful to the Vision Pro and to the users. So one of the things I've noticed is what I'll call shared experiences. So the thing is, once you put on the VR headsets, the Apple Vision Pro headsets on your face, you are completely alone. Nobody sees what you're doing, and you cannot see what any other person using a Vision Pro also is doing. Like the moment you put it on, you see your screen, you see the massive tabs you've opened, everything, you see everything before you. But any other person using an Apple Vision Pro cannot actually see what you are doing. They cannot see what you are doing. They cannot more like relate to what you are doing, except for maybe probably FaceTime, which is close, but it's not up to what I'm actually talking about. What I'm actually talking about is more like you and somebody should be in the same virtual space to be able to talk about something, or you being in the same place with your co-worker in the office, probably talking about a product or a modeling you're working on. It's actually going to be very, very important to actually have something like that. Okay, take it for example. Now we have a rec room in Quest, in the Meta Quest, whereby you'll be able to interact with other users, which is fun, interactive, excuse me for that, fun, interactive, and sociable with others, because it is really, really something I would say. It is really, really something I would say that it's very, very important for Apple to focus on, because it is our smartphones are already taking us, separating us far enough from people that we're living in the same house with. We are being separated enough. So why don't we just more like, even if we're going to be separated enough, why don't we just use more like these virtual glasses and augmented reality glasses, mixed reality glasses that are now being released? Why don't we just use it as a means of also bringing ourselves together and even in a much more bigger community? Take for example, in the Meta rec room, you can relate with other users who you don't even know. But in the Vision Pro, no matter how immersive it is, you can go out in the night time, in the night time, you see stars, it's able to connect constellations together, but you won't actually be able to share that with anybody, which is something I would say is very, very concerning. And when I mean that you should share it with somebody, I want to give you more like a good idea. So take for example, you are in an airplane together with somebody, and you both of you having a Vision Pro glasses. Why don't Apple just give a feature whereby both of you should be able to sync your glasses together and then watch a movie together, or someone who's halfway across the world should be able to watch the same movie as you are, which is going to be very, very good. Or more like you're in a virtual space or a virtual environment, and then you want other people to come and more like you want to have more like, take for example, a classroom, or more like you want to hold more like an event and you want people to come. It will be very, very good if they be able to join virtually and be able to also access what you are trying to say based on the way you are seeing it, and also based on the way you actually really want them to see it, which is going to be really, really amazing. I'm expecting them to actually work on this probably in the upcoming Vision Pro, which I don't know how long it will take. Take for example, the Quest 2 took 3 years to come out after the Quest 1. PlayStation VR 1 actually took 6 years before the next one actually came out. So we don't know how long this one will take actually. But moving on to the second thing, which is actually something I would say is actually not that stressful, but actually I would be very, very glad if your Vision 8 Pro actually have memory to remember where your tabs are. So when you get back there anytime, you also still be able to see your tabs. I will call them like location locked tabs. Yeah, that's just the best way to describe it. So what I'm actually trying to say is that for a truth, your tabs on the Vision Pro can actually be locked. You can be in your house, pin things to the windows, to the walls, anywhere. They will actually still remain where they are, and nobody is actually going to move it. But you see, you can be in your house and then you open tabs. Okay, you in your sitting room, this is your cinema, your Netflix should be Netflix tab should put open your sitting room. In a different room, your work tabs, in your kitchen, probably your gaming tabs, everywhere should be filled with your tabs. But the moment you leave your house and then change location, move to more like your place of work, move to another place, the moment you change that location like that and then you get to a newer place, the moment you switch on your tabs there, the next thing that actually happens is that your tabs which were switched on at home actually start closing one by one, and then they start opening up in the newer location you are. So that when you move home, you have to more like reopen those tabs at home. And I would just say, why don't they just more like give a memory story whereby you can remember, okay, this is your location where you actually are, or more like models or QR codes that can be scanned. So anywhere you go to, you will actually be able to remember that, okay, fine, you are now back home, or you are back in work, or you are back in a cafe, in a certain cafe, that okay, these are the tabs you'll be using in this particular place. So it won't actually close in your house, because they know you're still going to go back to your own house to actually get it done. So that's just it. I would actually be glad if this one in particular could actually be able to work. But let me just put one more point to just ice off the cake. You see, a lot of people often think that those who buy the Vision Pro are going to be iPhone users. That's what they're actually thinking. But one thing they don't know is that the Vision Pro is like is an entirely new gadget on its own. It's like, okay, you bought an iPhone and then you are buying another iPhone. It's not like as if you bought an iPhone and then you buy a MacBook so you can connect each WhatsApp together, or you can connect your apps together. It's not like that. The Vision Pro is a separate gadget from the iPhone, from the MacBook, from the iPad. They are actually separate from each other. So the thing is that it's not actually, you won't actually be able to connect your smartphone. You won't actually be able to see notifications pinging on your screen, which is actually something I would say that you should actually work on. You should be able to connect your Vision Pro glasses to your smartphone, because take for example, if you're in your virtual space with your car and your phone starts ringing, it will actually ping it on the screen that your phone is ringing for you to pick up your phone. But if it could do that, it will actually be very, very important and very, very useful. I don't know what you guys think about the Vision Pro, but let me know in the comment section below. I'll be glad to give a follow-up video after this if I can, and I'll really, really be happy to do. So let me know in the comment section. Make sure you drop a sub to the channel, and I'll catch you in the very next one.